I'm Brian Holcomb from VeloNews.com here with Frank Overton from Fast Cat Coaching to talk about the base period. Here we are, it's late in the year. Riders are starting to think about their next season, starting to build up. Frank, what is the base period and why is it so important?
The base period is a period where you're working on building your aerobic endurance, and it lasts anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, given that we're in mid-December right now. And it really just comes down to the amount of time you have to train, your duration. And then once you maximize your duration, then you want to look at the composition of your training in that duration.
So at this point, what should folks be starting to do now that they're thinking about getting into their base period? Perhaps they're still 3-4 months away from their first races of the year.
Well, the first thing they should do is get back on the bike and establish some consistency to their training. 3 to 4 days per week, maybe 5 or 6 if they've already been doing that. Looking at training 2 to 3 times Monday through Friday if they're working, and then getting out on the weekends, both days, Saturdays, Sundays. Group rides on Saturdays, and then maybe longer, less intense endurance rides on Sundays. Probably adding in some structure, for example, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday, Friday off.
A lot of folks can't ride 20 hours a week as, traditionally you would in a base period at zone 2, let's say, or low intensity. What can people do to decrease their volume but still get the aerobic load that they need at this point in the season?
Basically just ride harder. And we're not talking about like as hard as you can, but using your training zones, your intensities. For example, sweet spot training is a great way to get more bang for your buck. Tempo training is great. Perhaps riding in your group ride a little bit harder than you would by just endurance all day.
Don't attack though. You don't want to be that guy that's winning the weekend ride in January.
That's right. Not yet in January. Save that maybe for March if you're racing in April. Yeah, just good, steady riding.
Check back with VeloNews.com and Training Center for more on your training needs. I'm Brian Holcomb here with Frank Overton.